For a long time, I thought being good with money meant always buying the cheapest option, like cheap shoes, cheap clothes, cheap groceries. And if I could save $5, I thought I was winning. And to be fair, when I was paying off my debt, sometimes that was necessary. But after becoming debt free and embracing years of minimalism, I realized something that being frugal isn't about spending as little as possible, it's about spending well. These days, I actually spend more money in certain areas of my life than I used to, but I also buy far less overall. And honestly, I don't regret any of it. Today, I want to share 7 things that I'll happily spend money on, and after each one, some things I still refuse to spend money on. Because becoming debt-free didn't make me a spender. It actually just made me much more intentional. The first thing I'll happily spend money on are quality basics, and shoes are a perfect example of that. If you really think about it, we are wearing our shoes all day, every day. We are standing and walking in them every day. And a pair of shoes can actually affect the way you feel all day. I used to buy shoes that were like $20, $30. I mean, think about it, $30 running shoes. And I would replace them every few months because they quickly became uncomfortable or worn out. Nowadays, I'll happily spend $100 or more on a pair of shoes, knowing that I'll be comfortable all day, I'll be able to function, and they will last me a lot longer. Same with clothing. I think at this point, I've decluttered all of my H&M and Forever 21 clothes. I don't buy a lot of clothes these days, but when I do, I'm willing to wait patiently to buy something that is really good quality, that fits me well, good fabric, feels comfortable, and I'm willing to pay something full price as long as it's something that I feel good in and will appreciate for a really long time. And with that being said, I still refuse to spend money on fast fashion or buying something just because it's on sale or buying trendy clothing that's probably going to go out of style every season. If I'm not willing to pay full price for it, I'm probably not going to need it just because it's 60% off. The next thing is good food. My grocery budget used to be about $500 between just my husband and I. Nowadays, our grocery budget is $800. Sometimes it's even a little higher. Back then, spending $800 on groceries would have made me really uncomfortable. But today, I'm totally okay with it. We'll buy organic foods whenever it makes sense, and we'll enjoy a salmon meal almost every week just because we really enjoy it and it's good for us. And coffee is probably my favorite example of this. Years ago, I used to buy $5 bag of coffee from Winco, and nowadays I spend a little bit more at a local roastery. I mean, yes, the bag might be $10 to $12, but every morning I look forward to making my coffee that tastes delicious. I'm supporting a local business, and I just thoroughly enjoy it. Even though the coffee is more expensive, I still think I spend a fraction of what it would cost going out for a coffee at a coffee shop. So I'll still cook almost every meal every day. I still refuse to spend money on takeout every night of the week. I still refuse to stop for coffee every morning at a Starbucks. I'd much rather spend more on ingredients than spending on convenience. The third thing that I'll happily spend my money on is my health. As I've gotten older, I've realized that feeling good every day is definitely worth investing in. So my yearly physical is completely covered by my insurance, but I'll happily pay for extra blood work because I'm anemic and I do have to keep an eye on that. I'll also get a chiropractor adjustment every month. I used to think that was an excessive and unnecessary expense, but now I see it differently. If it helps me feel better, move better, and take care of myself before little problems become even bigger problems, I think that is money well spent. I also buy supplements like iron and like vitamin C because it supports my overall health. Nothing extreme, I just personally find it extremely helpful. I'd much rather invest in prevention than wait for something to go completely wrong and cost a ton of money. But what I still don't spend money on are all those new health trends that I see online, or any kind of miracle supplement, or every type of gadget that promises to fix everything. With my health, I am definitely much more selective. This next one actually took me some years to learn that sometimes saving money actually costs you more time. Yes, I still compare prices. I am still careful about my purchases, but I stopped spending an entire afternoon driving across town to 3 or 4 different grocery stores just to save like $3. If paying a little bit more at one grocery store can save me an hour, I will take that hour. And the same goes for haircuts. My husband and I, we still cut our own hair, but if we're super busy, super swamped with stuff, and we don't have time to cut each other's hair, we'll happily pay for a professional haircut. I'm actually due for one. My hair is getting a little bit long now. Sometimes buying back your time is worth every penny. What I still don't pay for is paying for convenience out of habit. I still cook, I still meal prep, I still do a lot of things myself. But I also don't let frugality create unnecessary stress. Another thing I'll happily spend money on is on good tools, and especially tools that help me work. After becoming debt-free, I knew I wanted to continue growing my YouTube channel. And if any of you have been here for a while now, maybe some of you have noticed that I have a different camera setup. But instead of buying equipment and putting it on a credit card, I actually saved up for several months, and eventually I was able to buy a smaller, much easier to use camera. Back then, I had this huge, heavy camera that wasn't even meant for vlogging, and it took so long to set up. I had to bug my husband to check the camera angles, and the microphone was really annoying to use. But now with this new camera, it's so much easier and so much faster for me to make YouTube videos. I can set it up by myself, I can check the angles by myself, and it's got a really nice microphone that's really easy to test. It's just made YouTube videos so much more fun and easy to do, whereas before there was just so much friction just even trying to get myself to start recording. And another thing that I will happily spend money on is on kitchen tools. I love to cook. I love working in the kitchen, and having good kitchen knives, a good cutting board, and a good cast iron pan. Those are some of my buy it for life purchases that I definitely think was worth the investment. Any kind of tool that makes your life easier is worth spending money on. But I still refuse to pay for upgrades just because something new comes out, or buy the latest gear that everybody has. If what I own still works, I'm going to keep using it. This next one is probably the category that I would like to prioritize even more. Whether it's visiting my parents out of state, or going on a day trip with my husband, or having dinner with my brother and his family. When those opportunities come up, I don't want money to be the reason why I say no. I will save up for it ahead of time, but once I'm there, I also don't want to spend time worrying about every dollar that's spent. I'd rather remember the fun conversations and the fun moments over what the meal cost, because those memories stay with you much longer than any material possession ever would. But I still refuse to spend money on expensive luxury vacations that everyone seems to be doing and probably won't matter much to me. Some of my favorite memories have actually cost me almost nothing. If I had to admit one category that I happily spend extra on, it is my hair care and skin care. Years ago, I used to buy the cheapest shampoo and conditioner I could find, even if it made my scalp itch and really didn't do anything for my hair. I didn't even have a skincare routine. I used to just wash my face and go. But now I actually do buy products that nourish my skin and my hair. I will happily spend $10 on a bottle of shampoo and $10 on conditioner, knowing that it takes care of my scalp and my hair. I have a simple skincare routine of just like 3 products that actually make my skin look and feel good. It's one of those small luxuries that actually make my daily routine just a little nicer. But what I won't spend money on is a crazy 20-step skincare routine or just buying into every anti-aging product that is being shoved in my face or constantly trying the newest thing. For me, keeping it simple with good ingredients is good enough for me. If there's one thing that becoming debt-free and embracing minimalism has taught me, it's this. I don't need more things. I just need the right things. These days, I probably buy far less than I used to. But if something genuinely improves my health, saves me time, helps me do better work, or creates meaningful memories, I don't feel guilty spending money on any of it anymore. Because to me, being frugal isn't about spending as little as possible. It's about spending intentionally. It's about making sure that the money I work so hard to earn actually supports the kind of life I want to live. And honestly, I have no regrets about that. Let me know in the comments below what you happily spend your money on with no regrets. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.